to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. Let's get started with your animal spirit message. Pick a card: nightingale, crow, swan, or just 1, 2, 3. And I'll give you a moment to do so and begin with your messages. We will start with Group 1. Group 1, the nightingale awaits to have its story told. And let me get to your messages. Here we are, your cards. The nightingale itself, for some of us, speaks to music and poetry, as well as writing, composing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, let it out. Group 1, it may be time. I know there's a lot of transits that speak to 12 years, birth, childhood, Saturn return. So, your fearless voice is needed. It talks about speech, communication, or song, literally. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listeners to the realm of poetry. That is the nightingale's energy, which is with us to write, compose, and sing. So, if you don't want to come out that shell and sing, maybe you can write. And if you don't have a song to sing, write. Okay, love that. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. And I did have a lump in my throat a second ago, right? So we need to go like to bring in the balance. It talks about music. Along with the beautiful nightingale, you also have one of my favorite stones, sodalite, which is amazing for writers. Rational thinking is heightened with the logic stone, is what they call it, known to clear mental confusion and enhance analytical and creative problem solving for those on the sensitive side of the spectrum. Sodalite helps ease anxiety around emotions and calms inclinations toward flighty feelings. This stone provides insight into truths that make sense, not just logical, but also intuitively. It calls you back to your animal instinct, guiding you to trust your bodily sensations and the messages your physical self is constantly sending to your brain. Love that. The next crystal you have is Angel Phantom Quartz. Faith, healing, and renewal. That is Sagittarius and Venus. This one is Capricorn Moon, acting as a direct connection to the spiritual realm. Angel Phantom Quartz provides a profound relationship with your spiritual team. It aids in overcoming trauma, addressing inner child wounds, healing repressed memories, and alleviating negative emotions that have been haunting you from the past. With this awareness, Angel Phantom Quartz allows you to release yourself from trapped memories to gain your own personal freedom. Empower yourself and write your own story. Despite Whatever has happened to you in the past, you owe that to yourself. You also have the blue flame. All right, some of y'all going to Atlanta. I'm just, okay, fine. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. And along with that, you have the golden children, which I thought was super dope because this card did point to inner things, traumas, and the blue flame with sodalite could be activating. Now, a tender innocence with the spontaneous awakening is why the nightingale sang, because that is a gentle bird with a beautiful sound. And it may be time to integrate your rare gifts that you've always had. And I feel also satisfies an inner child energy that could feel trapped. Because here is a portal, possibly an opportunity. I notice both of these cards have doorways. One is light. The other is dark, but it's dark to see that shadow in the back. And I love that, even this halo-ish energy. So there is a lot going on with the blue flame. It is absolutely beautiful. Maybe some love songs. I like it. I don't know. I want to sing this song again. Calling for me. I can hear you calling in your mind. Okay. Some of the tarot cards associated with it are the Mother of Swords, which I think came out after the Gazelle. This talks about a racing mind. This is sharp clarity and intelligence. 2 feminine energies. It grounds us. It does talk about hyper awareness. And the Mother of Swords knows how to tolerate that. She's perched up on that sword. So while the Gazelle is active and aware, the Mother of Swords is kind of perched observing. So there's a difference between this spontaneous awakening. And then there's this rare gift or something you may not have even believed you could do. So we're going to look at the golden children, which I love, as well as the blue flame. The golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls, look at that, who are incarnating increasingly on the planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, so if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If this card was pulled for you, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. Treat yourself or the new beginning with the sweet, tender love, to nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. That was beautiful. With the blue flame, the spontaneous awakening. This card is of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions, having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. I think that is absolutely beautiful. Now with the gazelle, I do know that it is earth energy, and we are currently, for the time being of this reading, in an earthy phase before we get into Gemini season. This represents heightened awareness, and I know that could at times come with the awakening. It talks about your ability and vulnerability. The gazelle represents supreme grace with every move. This awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all the predators out there in the world. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Love that. And of course, our Mother of Swords always brings us guidance. And I saw it as directing the mental energy in a favorable way. And I love that, because she's great at it. The Mother of Swords represents independence and mental clarity. She possesses a keen insight and sharp discernment, cutting through illusions to see the truth with clarity and precision. The journey of our Mother of Swords involves embracing intellectual rigor and emotional resilience. It represents a time of mental clarity and self-assurance where you stand firm in your convictions and speak your truth with honesty and integrity. The Queen of Swords encourages you to trust in your intelligence and intuition and to approach life's challenges with grace and wisdom. So grace and wisdom. Absolutely love that. And those of you that are artists and creators, grace and wisdom just says that how you can help through the transmutation and transformation, singing, writing, or expressing your experiences in a mature, graceful, intelligent way could be your bread and butter, baby. Okay, love that. For you, group 1, love it. Group 2, one of my all-time faves, the crow. I don't know why. I love crows and ravens. It's in the air with what people think about them, good or bad, right or wrong, true or false. I have a special connection with them. I like birds, all kind of birds. So good birds, bad birds, little birds, big birds. And here are your cards. The crow. This is a spiritually strong card. Creative and watchful, the crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic, strong, clear. When out of balance, ungrounded, hypersensitive. To bring in balance, daily meditation practice. Alright, group 2. And when I saw your cards, I thought of being protected. Here are the 2 stones. We'll go over those. Very pretty. You have Forge, Don't Follow, as well as Weight of the World. If you want to take a look at those. And then your tarot cards, we'll go over those as well. The first crystal card that you have is Black Tourmaline, which talks about grounding, protection, detox, Capricorn Sun energy, an energetic bodyguard. Black Tourmaline acts as a psychic shield, protecting you from destruction, negativity, and psychic attacks. Now, some people, like I said, an unfavorable aspect of this energy definitely talks about psychic attacks. It's that 5 of Swords energy, challenging to move around, get out of bed, make a choice, make a decision. It's just, okay. So you could have protection from that and or unwanted mental energies. It is also used for grounding, stabilizing your foundation on earth, and making sure both feet are on the ground. With a natural electric spark, Black Tourmaline absorbs fear and transmute those emotions into positive energy. Use this stone to balance your root chakra and detox any anxieties. Now they are similar. So this beautiful baby is called Kyanite. Truth, communication, and clarity. Speak your truth. Kyanite cuts through confusion, fears, and negativity and connects you to your most authentic self, soothing the soul. Kyanite sharpens your leadership skills and enhances communication skills. And look, you have Forge, Don't Follow. It gives you the boost you need when addressing groups. There could be some energy vampires in your group 2. Now, Kyanite opens pathways and acts as a bridge from person to person or even between dimensions, delivering telepathic messages. Now, look, you have protection from unwanted psychic attacks, and then this talks about telepathic messages, so just be mindful of that. Kyanite is specifically great for opening your throat chakra, bringing clarity and focus when you need it. Aries, Taurus, Libra, Jupiter, and Neptune. I like that group 2. Now, that sounds like a message. Maybe about the environment or people and situations within the environment. Boundaries. It's not yours to carry. Be the leader you wish you had. Pave a new path. That sounds very clear. And then, like I said, when it came to the protection, the mental energy, the clearing of or transmuting of negative energies and psychic attacks, and then to double down and mention telepathy and pathways, you could have a gift or an ability. And it could be unintentional. It could not be people in your environment. It just may be a gift or an ability that you have that maybe hasn't been tapped into, and then it could weigh heavy on you, like feeling like the weight of the world, kind of like on your mind or in your energy. That's what it could feel like. And when you get like that, it's still a message of taking leadership and authority, especially in group settings, to not let that energy cause you to fold or give you the inability to communicate. All right, so we had Forge, Don't Follow to come out. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path. and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or wait until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them, they lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and to lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all of those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your path. Leaders must forge their own. So do it for your daughter. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. And if you're like me, it's like, oh, I don't have a daughter. That message ain't for me. It could be your inner child. It may be just a younger person that could look up to you. I don't know, but just be open. Now, you also had weight of the world, baby. That's heavy. That is heavy. Okay, I don't know what these little light. I need to close that window. Let's talk about that. Weight of the world. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's, to stop carrying the world's problems on your shoulder, to put on your own oxygen mask first. In these changing times, it's hard to not feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for carrying so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you're doing so is likely unstable. This isn't to say you should switch off the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so you're not constantly taken out energetically. See? So that you're not constantly taken out energetically. Clear boundaries. The planet needs you to be healthy both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercising in nature. Once you're in a state of grace and your inner well is full, you can face the day, the state of the world, and care for others. At the end of the day, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you choose so, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. So it asks, what are you carrying that isn't yours? All right. Whoa. Now, this is how the cards came out. The tarantula, and then the Mother of Cups came out with this hyena. This definitely need to be some healthy boundaries, because the Mother of Cups ain't got no business having no hyena behind it. It gave me subconscious energy. Excuse me. It gave me subconscious energy where there could be something in there murky and lurking. While the tarantula is very protective, it also gives me, it's just like could be some dark energy around you. And so that you don't just associate it with a person or a situation, the Mother of Cups is here to show us that it is possibly subconscious. I know the Mother of Cups also, looking at the weight of the world, there could be healthy boundaries that need to be set, because she's also like our rose-colored glasses queen. So just be mindful of that when we want to heal and save everybody. Those of us that may work in environments with dark energies, healthcare, caregivers, stuff like that, just be mindful. The Queen of Cups is the zodiac Cancer, planetary association Venus, and it could be a situation maybe in the near future, because it represents the dates of June 21st through the 22nd. So just be mindful of that. Now, even though there could be the hyenas lurking, the Queen of Cups usually suggests that you're surrounded by supportive and nurturing energies, and it's a time for seeking comfort, care, and emotional support from loved ones, friends, and trusted advisors. But then we have this little hyena here. So your emotional depth, your intuition, gaining insight, a plus. Listening to the voice of intuition and following your inner guidance. It also talks about creativity and expression, and a deep emotional connection, a nurturing, supportive energy, and embracing feminine qualities with inner wisdom. Now this hyena back here, which again, intuitively I felt had a connection to possibly subconscious energy and or emotions, because I know they talk about energy vampires and something draining us. It could be within our own, the back of our minds or whatnot. Doesn't have to be for everyone, but if you're at a crossroad and this is one of those life purposey lessons, activations, awakenings, because that did come up today, just be mindful that the hyena represents humor, wit, and sarcasm. Charming, witty, fun to be around, but when out of balance, scrappy, petty, and suspicious. To bring into balance, it talks about sobriety. Now, the hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface, there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth, or you're using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing. The tarantula up there kind of represents the crossroad and claiming one's life purpose. It represents a moment when a great decision could be made and involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. So, which brings me back to, that's the raven and not the crow, but I will say this bird makes a choice or a selection, and whomever it chooses or selects, there could be some doubt or confusion on why and what, and the raven just says, you're ready. I don't make any mistakes. But it's not the raven, it's the crow. So it made me think about that when it talks about the wise choice. And a wise choice with the Queen of Cups and this hyena over here. It just talks about the situation could be an issue that is not even yours. So there's that. We don't want to people please and try to laugh it off and passive aggression. Group 3, you have the Swan. And what I love about this is this big old pretty heart you got there. I love this card because it's a mirroring effect. As above, so below. I ain't gonna lie, I immediately thought about the Lovers or like a twin flame situation. And then some of us, on Pisces TV, I'm gonna say it, sometimes a soulmate is an unseen companion to your higher self, which you can't see. Could be the higher self itself. Don't know. It's debatable. All of it is in here. Where could be a spiritual journey or something. Could be a relationship with you and a physical being or a divine being. But in this deck, effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity in Hindu mythology. The goddess Saraswati. Okay. Saraswati. Sure. Okay. One of those. The embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry. Saraswati. I want to get it right. I don't want to be disrespectful. But it talks about it rides on the back of their graceful creature. This graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner voice likely to be revealed. When in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, and lacking vision. To bring into balance, solo time and writing. Love that. Now with it, you have this beautiful, pretty heart. Love it. And then you also have Amber. Warmth, regeneration, grounding. Exuding warmth and electrical charge, amber was believed to be the Chinese was believed by the Chinese to encapsulate the soul of the tiger when it dies. With a rich history, amber was used as a protective talisman dating back to ancient times, technically comprised of tree resin that has been fossilized. Amber is used for grounding higher energies back to earth. When rubbed, it can become electrically charged, dispelling negativity and igniting desire. Amber is used as a purifier, cleaning the environment and chakra alike. Use amber to electrify your life. We have Leo, Aquarius, Sun. I like that. And so far, you guys have a very ancient, spiritual kind of vibe thing going. We talked about Hindu over here. We're talking about ancient amber over here. So that's kind of cool. You also have rose quartz, love, nurture, romance. Calling in unconditional love. Rose quartz invokes a gentle yet powerful feminine energy that nurtures and protects your heart. It can be used to attract new romance and to build closer bonds in your relationships. Rose quartz opens the heart chakra and heals headaches, grief, and any unexpressed emotions. It asks that you show your compassion, forgiveness, and acceptance. Rose quartz also inspires beauty in all forms, opens your heart to the beauty within you. Taurus, Libra, Venus. With that, you have perspective and Harath. Now, perspective shows, if you can't tell, the earth, right? It's close up and important now, but if we zoom out, it's very small. So it reads, none of this matters. Zoom out and common ground. This card, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So it gives me like that star seed, twin flame, like magical, metaphysical energy. So let's start with Harith. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but hey, be gentle with me. Alright, so we have, it's a Welsh word that's difficult to translate. but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you have had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. The yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planets to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with the yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. I love that because, Pisces was ruled by the feet. Now, funny, we talked about Earth, okay, and looking out from that, to the inside, saying, sure, I'll try it. So we have perspective. And that's something I would say. If I was told that, I would be like, okay, that's one perspective, because show me on the paper where I agreed. No, I'm just playing. So with perspective, we have take a step back and look at the larger picture of your life. Step away from the blinkered vision and reactive frame of mind of me against them. Change your perspective, shift your point of view, and zoom out some more, and then out again. We are but a speck of dust in the universe, yet we think everything revolves around us. We see the planet as ours to own and conquer, pillaging the land and setting ourselves up for our eventual extinction. We build fences and walls and create invisible borders. Mother Earth doesn't need us to survive, but we need her. It's time to wake up. A new perspective is urgently needed. We become so lost in our individual experience that we don't realize that most of the things that keep us awake at night are actually distractions. We're wasting our precious time and resources fighting each other when we should be coming together to heal what has been severed. This moment is a breath in the timeline of your life. The life is a fleeting moment in the tapestry of your soul's experience. Your soul's experience is a flash in the timeline of the unknown universe, and the known universe is a grain of sand in the unknown universe. Take a moment to see the bigger picture, to find common ground, to find deep compassion in your heart, to gain a greater perspective of humanity in this fleeting moment in the timeline of your soul's existence and the timeline of all that is, was, and ever will be. Okay? Your question is, how are you being called to change your perspective? And your tarot cards were the horse and the 6 of swords. Now, when I saw the horse with the swan, that is definitely it's some love in there. Like I said, whether it's a physical being or a spiritual thing, the horse with that chariot energy, the swan with that lover's energy, or the archetype of the lover, I did kind of see that, not for all of you, but for someone, there could have been a relationship where there was a separation and someone chose to go it alone. I don't know if it was ghosting. I don't know if they were with a Virgo. I don't know if things slowed down and came to an end and it was a painful ending, But I thought about like the runner, the chaser type deal, and to, I ain't gonna say back off of it some, but the card literally said to zoom out, because they might not even be that important. Some of us may have a connection or an attachment to something that the card called a distraction. And said that we zoomed out and saw how small Earth was, then we could see how small we are, and then how small their issue is, or how small they are, to not make whatever is unfavorable like bigger than life type deal. So I just wanted to get that out, okay? But it does talk about momentum, freedom, expansion, energy, and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum, so reliable, so supportive, that you can ride on its back toward any goal. No matter how difficult the terrain, a horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated, buddy. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice, physical stamina, exercise, and or mental focus meditation are the secret weapons behind the horse legacy. So, when in balance, can achieve anything and never gives up, but when out of balance, runs away and feels weak. To bring into balance, strength training. For some, it's physical. For others, it's mental. So we have exercise and meditation. With the Six of Swords, for some of us, that's definitely meditative, okay? For others of us, it could be physical. And I know in traditional tarot, the Six of Swords could sometimes point to moving away from troubled waters. Troubled waters could be in areas of finding peace, a transition of some sort, leaving behind things, a journey toward the calmer shores, navigating through challenging times toward a brighter future, where you seek refuge from chaos and turmoil, finding solace and hope in the promise of a new beginning. Absolutely beautiful. Sometimes I know it involves like Archangel Raphael, and the zodiac is Mercury, Gemini energy, so it could be like May 21st through June 20th. This could be a situation for the near future, and or it also, and see, that's more Virgo energy, so I'm glad I brought up that Virgo. But August 23rd through September 22nd, polarity, if you're a Pisces, that Virgo thing, where it could fall in your chart, where Mercury may fall in your chart. So there's that. Definitely love that. And I appreciate all of you for participating. I do hope that it helps. And until next time.